Nice. We are live. Hey, everybody, welcome to the Eagle Reality Career Talk podcast. If you're watching this on YouTube on the live stream, thank you so much. If you're listening on Alexa or iTunes, Stitcher, Podcast, Google Play, wherever you are, thank you for subscribing. Make sure to subscribe. You can go back and listen to all the episodes. I would love for you to do that. Sound Up, another shout out there. Sound Up is another place that hosts my podcast as well. And this is a podcast for real estate agents, particularly brokers, real estate companies, anybody related to the real estate industry, but also if you're just a business and entrepreneur, growing your brand or growing your small business, I think you can glean something from most of the episodes and most of what I like to talk about, because I'm also involved in a variety of businesses in some different industries as well, and my background follows that suit. But my main thoroughfare, my main passion, love is our real estate company, going on 16 years now for the real estate, and our rentals we've been doing for about 20 years. So it's been an amazing journey, and just trying to give a little bit of value each time and on the podcast here, and talk a little bit about my experiences or anything that you have. You can always message me. You can always DM me, or tweet at me, Facebook message me, snap at me, whatever you want to do. I will respond, and I will listen, and I will see if I can provide any kind of value, help for you in your career, or answer your questions in the best way that I know how. In this episode, I just wanted to do a quick, if you listened to the last episode, I was in Disney. Go back and listen to that, because it's kind of funny. We're talking about content a little bit, and not judging yourself, not holding yourself too emotionally accountable, that if you miss a day of content, because there were a couple days there that I just did. Actually, I came back and a friend of mine said, I expected to see more content of you in Disney. I was like, I was in Disney, I was saving battery life, watching the kids. Like, that wasn't really, a lot of my content is, there is personal branding involved, but it is around my day-to-day business life, not a ton of just family time. So I didn't do that much, and it's okay. I still posted some content, but it's okay if you don't do a ton when you're in those situations. So just giving yourself a little freedom there to not, go into a deep depression because you didn't post, 10 to 12 Instagram stories that day. It's okay. But I want to talk about this week. I do want to talk about the title of this podcast is my biggest fail, and this is just something that hit me. I was reading a blog post, and it kind of triggered in my head a little bit of something I did want to discuss, because I think the timing is good to discuss this, especially with a lot of people getting into the real estate market, getting into getting their real estate license and starting a career in real estate, because of the market conditions being so good. And we always see this influx. And like I said, after 16 plus years, I've been through cycles of up and down markets. So I've seen the ebb and flow of agents coming into the industry, and how that happens and what that looks like. And so one of the things that I wish I would have done, and this is going to be a simple kind of short episode, but one of the things I wish I would have done when I got into real estate, and when I got into it I actually got licensed in 2001, but in 03, really opened the real estate company and did the day-to-day stuff. I wish in that good period of 03 to 08, I would have been disciplined enough to set money aside, to set cash aside, to actually do a little bit of saving, so that I was prepared to believe in my own product. What I mean by that is, I wish I would have bought real estate. I wish I would have invested into real estate personally more from the get-go, instead of over the last couple of years like I have done. So, and I'm not saying I didn't. I purchased my first property. And there's probably even some fails in that I wish I would have kept that property, and held on to that to start building the real estate portfolio. But one of my biggest fails that I would say personally that I think about, it doesn't weigh me down. I don't dwell on it. But I thought about it for this episode, is I wish I would have invested in property earlier. And I think most of us are like that, whether we're in real estate or not. But particularly, I want to talk to realtors, because we do, this is our product. This is, our livelihood is helping people buy and sell property. And in that respect, if we're not doing it ourselves, what does that say about what we think about our product that we're pushing and selling and helping people, buy and sell? So I'm a big believer in, kind of putting your money where your mouth is. And if my mouth is helping people with property sales and purchases, then I think I need to put my money into that as well and believe in my product. And all statistics aside of real estate being one of the best investments you can do, I think us as real estate agents, especially if we're getting into the market right now where it's good, let's be smart. So maybe not the right time to invest, buy and start building that portfolio unless you have deals. And a lot of times you have inside tracks on stuff that, of course, ethical, you got to be totally above board on how you do it, but you have access to information that can put you, in a position to make some wise investment choices, and totally disclose and ethical. That's not what this is about, and I'm not talking about that. But as far as just investing, like just really making sure that you put money aside, that you're saving, that requires some discipline, because if it's a good market and you're jumping in and it seems easy and you're just making money, you're going to do what I did. And I think I threw I literally, in the first 3 years of my real estate career, I threw a benefit concert, and that's not a bad thing in and of itself, but I spent a lot of personal money for just something that I wanted to do that maybe, could have been done a little bit differently. And there's other purchases that, that we make in real estate, cars and flashy stuff and vacations and whatnot. But I think if we take a little percentage, be disciplined, and be ready for the next market cycle, because the next market cycle will come, or markets will cycle. There will be down, there will be up. And if we in the industry, again, with some foresight, some inside knowledge, because this is our livelihood, this is what we do on the daily, can see that trending and start seeing deals pop up, we need to be in a position, cash wise, to be able to take advantage and start building our investment portfolio. It's also going to give you that hands-on experience of dealing with property purchases and sales, so that you have even a better ingrained knowledge of your expertise in real estate. I really do believe in that as well. Like when, the fact that you've gone through property purchases, multiple property purchases, that you've owned investment property, that you've maybe rented property out, and the more hands-on of your personal side that you have a knowledge basis of, it's just going to allow you to help people and answer questions that they may have, that maybe they've never even thought of, but you've gone through it. So now you have experience playing, and not just head knowledge of your real estate industry and your real estate career. So again, biggest fail. I wish I would have invested earlier into property, and like I'm trying to do now. So my biggest advice, if you've gotten into real estate in the last 2, 3, 4 years and you haven't started either putting a reserve aside or looked